feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG, and I'm back with more Lost Caverns of Ixalan spoilers. Starting off, we have Deep Goblin Skull Taker, a black and 2 for a Goblin Warrior that's a 2/2 with Menace. Getting your end step, if you descended this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Deep Goblin Skull Taker. Okay. Yeah, Echo of Dusk. Black and 1 for 2/2 Vampire Spirit with Descend 4 as long as there are 4 more permanent cards in your graveyard. Echo of Dusk gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. Well, that cares about cards in your graveyard again. Yeah, Fungal Fortitude. A black and 1 for Enchantment Aura with Flash. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0, and when it dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Get your creature back, and it gets a +2/+0. Then we have Grasping Shadows. All black and 3 for an enchantment that reads, whenever a creature you control attacks alone and gains Death Touch and Lifelink, put a dread counter on Grasping Shadows. If there are 3 or more dread counters on it, transform it. It becomes Shadow's Lair. Cave land, tap a black or pay a black, tap it to remove a dread counter from Shadow's Lair. You may draw a card and you lose a life. Okay, that's kind of nice. Get some card draw and a land on the back. So, next up we have Greedy Freebooter. Black mana for 1/1 pirate, human pirate. When it dies, scry 1 and create a treasure token. Well, that's fun. Then we have Join the Dead. 2 black and 1 for an instant reads. Target creature gets -5/-5 till end of turn. Descend 4. That creature gets -10/-10 till end of turn. Instead, if there are 4 more permanent cards in your graveyard. Ew. That's a fun removal card. Ew-haw. This might go somewhere. I'd watch this card. They can take out some of those beefier dinosaurs. Next up we have Mephitic Draught. Black and 1 for an artifact that reads, when it enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card and you lose a life. Okay. Kind of a black version of Potion of Healing. Sort of. We have Ray of Ruin. Black and 4 for sorcerer reads, exile target creature, vehicle, or non-basic land. Scry 1. Okay, that's some interesting removal there. We have Screaming Phantom. Black and 2 for a 2/2 spirit with flying. Whenever Screaming Phantom attacks, mill a card. Well, if you're doing self-mill type stuff, yeah, that's okay. We have Tithing Blade. A black and 1 for an artifact that reads, setting blade enters the battlefield. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Ooh. And you can craft it with a creature for a black and 4. Becomes Consuming Sepulchre. At the end of your upkeep, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay, that sounds like fun. We have Vito's Inquisitor. It's a black and 3 for a 3/3 Vampire Knight. Pay a black, sacrifice another creature or artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter on Vito's Inquisitor. It gains menace until end of turn. That's nice. It's a little pricey for a 3/3, but you get a good effect out of it, so I'm not unhappy. Next up, we have Ancestor's Aid. A red and 1 for this is a read target creature gets +2/+0 gains first strike till end of turn, and create a treasure token. Okay, I'll definitely take that. We have Brazen Blade Master. Red and 2 for 2/3 Orc Pirate. Whenever it attacks, while you control 2 or more artifacts, it gets +2/+1 till end of turn. Okay, that goes in your pirate deck, especially when when you're creating those the one where your all your treasures are now artifact equipments. Hoo-haw. Then we have Burning Sun Cavalry. A red and 1 for a 2/2 human knight. Whenever Burning Sun Cavalry attacks or blocks while you control a dinosaur, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Okay. Something for your dino deck. Except we have Child of the Volcano. Red and 3 for a 3/3 elemental with trample. Beginning of your end step, if you descend this turn, put +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. We have Daring Discovery. Beefy red and 4 for a sorcery that reads, up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn and you discover 4. That's... If you do this pre-combat, you get, an up to 4 mana value card for free. I like it. We have Itali's Favor. So a red and 2 for an enchantment aura, enchant creature you control. Itali's Favor enters the battlefield, discover 3. Enchanted creature that gets +1/+1 and has trample. You get 3 mana, up to a 3 mana free spell, and you get +1/+1 and have trample on your creature. We have Goblin Tomb Raider. Single red mana for a 1/2 Goblin Pirate. As long as you control an artifact, Goblin Tomb Raider. +1/+0 has haste. Well, that artifact pirate deck certainly has a genuine feel for that. We have Hotfoot Gnome, red and 2 for a 3/1 artifact gnome with haste. Tap it. Another target creature gains haste until end of turn. All that reminds me of is like Mario or Luigi when they step on lava in the 3D games. We have Panicked Altasaur. Red and 4 for a 4/5 dinosaur with reach. Tap it. It deals 2 damage to each opponent. Well, that's fun. You get some good value, a 4/5 with reach, which can handle some of your medium-sized flyers. And if it's not doing a heck of a lot, if it's not there to block, you can tap it to add 2 damage to each opponent. Next we have Plundering Pirate, red and 2 for a 3/2 orc pirate. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Well, treasure tokens are fun. Then we have Rumbling Rock Slide. Red and 3 for a sorcerer that reads, deals damage treasure creature equal to the number of land you control. Ew. That could be crazy in a landfall deck, or like especially stuff that cares about landfall, like an Omnath deck. Next up, we have Seismic Monstrosaur. 2 red and 4 for a 6/5 dinosaur with trample. Pay a red and 2, sacrifice a land to draw a card, or you can mountain cycle it for 2. This is just part of the whole land cycling we have for the common cards. They're all big creatures, and you can land cycle them. Next up, we have Sunfire Torch. Red mana for an artifact equipment that reads, for equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice it. When you do, it deals 2 damage to any target. That's an interesting little artifact that equips for 1. So, hoo-ha. We have Sunshot Militia. Yeah. Red and 1 for a 1/3 human soldier. Tap 2 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control. It deals 1 damage to each opponent. Activate only as a sorcery. Might do some stuff in limited, but that's not my thing. You have Tectonic Hazard. Red mana for a source that reads, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature that it controls. Watch out, weenie decks. This card could mess up some people's day. Then we have Volatile Wanderglyph. A red and 1 for 2/2 artifact creature golem. When it becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So some more card draw in red. Next up, we have Armored Kincaller. Green and 2 for a 3/3 dinosaur. When it's the battlefield, you may reveal a dinosaur from your hand. If you do, Or if you control another dinosaur, you gain 3 life. That's interesting. A little bit of life gain in your dino deck. Hoo-ha. We have Cavern Stomper. Beefy 2 green and 4 for a dinosaur, a 7/7 dinosaur. And it's a battlefield, you can scry 2, or you can pay green and 3, and it can't be blocked. Powers 2 or less. My creature's powers 2 or less this turn. Ooh. Big dinosaur. With some scry action on it. Not bad. 6 mana for a 7/7. And it has, a static effect on it, so I'm really liking that. Next up, we have Disturbed Slumber. Green and 1. Instant reads until end of turn. Target land you control becomes a 4/4 dinosaur creature token with reach and haste. Still land and must be blocked this turn if able. Again, for that land control deck, you certainly have an interesting little thing there. We have In the Presence of Ages, a green and 2 for instant that reads, reveal top 4 cards of your library, but put a creature card and or a land card from among them, put the rest in your graveyard. Hoo-ha! Look at top 4, you can get a creature and a land, or and or a land. Hoo-ha! I'll take that all day. We have Kozlem's Stone Tree. Green and 2 for an artifact that reads, when it enters the battlefield with the top 6 cards of your library, put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tap, put the rest on the bottom in a random order. Now you can craft it with a cave, but it doesn't have a the flip side of it listed. It's some sort of 5/5 creature, so that should be interesting. Then we have Malmet Battleglyph. Green mana for sorcerer that reads, choose target creature you control, target creature you don't control. The creature you control enter the battlefield this turn, put a +1 counter on, and those creatures fight each other. Cheap fight spell, especially for creatures that have just entered the battlefield. Then we have Malmet Brawler. Green and 1 for a 2/2 cat warrior. When it attacks, target attacking creature gains trample until end of turn. Hoo-ha. We have Malmet Scythe. Green and 2 for artifact equipment with flash. When you're at the battlefield, attach to target creature you control. It gets +2/+2. And you can equip it for 4. Yeah, it's got a kind of beefy equip cost, but it comes in and you can attach it right away, and it has flash. So hoo-ha. We have Melmet Veteran. A green and 4 for a 5/4 cat warrior with trample. Whenever it has descend 4, whenever it attacks, if there are 4 more permanent cards in your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Okay. This guy can be fun. More stuff for your kitty deck. Then we have Mineshaft Spider. Oh, look, another spider. We need more spiders. So it's a green and 3 for a 3/4 spider with reach. When there's the battlefield, mill 2 cards. So it's just got this fits in that mill deck that we've been seeing emerge. Then we have Over the Edge. Dun, 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 dun. Another one of these cards that kind of reminds you of Indy. A green and 1 for Sorcerer Reach. Choose one. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or target creature you control explores, then explores again. Definitely one of those cards. Dun, 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 dun. We have River Herald Guide. Green and 2 for a 3/1 Merfolk Scout with Vigilance. There's the battlefield, it explores. That's interesting. We have Seeker of Sunlight. Green mana for a 1/1 Merfolk Scout. You can pay a green and 2, Seeker of Sunlight explores. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Then we have Staggering Size because it makes things bigger. Green and 1 for an instant reach, target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample till end of turn. We have Walk with the Ancestors. A beefy green and 4 for Sorcerer Reads, return up to 1 target card from your graveyard to your hand, and then you can discover 4. It may be worth it, but it's kind of still a beefy cost. We have Buried Treasure. 2 mana for an artifact treasure. Sacrifice Buried Treasure, add 1 mana of any color. Pay 5. Exile it from your graveyard. Discover 5. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. So you can use it to like a treasure token, or and then once it's in your graveyard, you can exile it and get up to a 5 mana free spell. Ooh-ah. Cartographer's Companion, 3 mana for a 2/1 artifact creature gnome. Enters the battlefield, create a map token. Okay. That's kind of fun. We have Disruptor Wanderglyph. 4 mana for a 3/4 artifact creature golem. When it attacks, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. That's kind of fun. We have Hunter's Blowgun. 1 mana for a artifact equipment. Crypt creature gets +1/+1. Crypt creature has Death Touch as long as it's your turn. Otherwise, it has Reach. Equip for 2. That sounds all sorts of fun. Runaway Boulder. Bum, ba, bum. 6 mana for an artifact with flash. When it enters the battlefield, deal 6 damage to target creature and opponent controls, and you can cycle it for 2. Yeah, that's one of those cards. Bum, ba, ba. And last up, I know this has been a longer video, but I wanted to get all of it, the last of these cards in without having to make a short video. So, Captivating Cave is a cave land. Tap it to add a colorless. Pay 1, tap it, add 1 mana of any color. Or tap it and pay 4, tap it, sacrifice it. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature, activate only as a sorcery. So that's all the lands and stuff we have for this set. Certainly got some interesting cards in it. I hope you're going to try and buy into this and see how it works out for you. So until next time, we'll see you on the next video.